Hey, this is Ronnie, and this is the Rescue Ronnie Show. Today, I'm here with Mark Galisatis, owner of Dugout Deli. We're going to talk about how he has amazing sandwiches and how he's doing takeout for the community. So stick around and check it out. We do it for fun. We just do it for fun. All right, we're back. Thanks, Mark. I appreciate you coming on. This is an honor for me.
No, Ronnie, I really appreciate you having us. We appreciate you reaching out and helping us like this.
You know, man, we're all about, here on the Rescue Ronnie Show, we're all about supporting local businesses and giving back. So I'm really happy. I know you guys are doing some curbside stuff. We'll get into that a little bit later in the show. But yeah. I really appreciate you coming on. So why don't we stop talking about me, and I want to talk about you, and just tell me a little bit about you and how you started Dugout Deli.
Well, okay. Well, I started in the food business when I was like 16. Started working in pizzas, and I really enjoyed it. And when I was going to college, I realized that I wasn't really the student that I was supposed to be. So I decided to stop going to school and start working in the food business. I started running a pizza parlor that was in San Francisco. It was a real busy location, and did that for a few years. And then when I was 24, I broke off and bought my own place down on the peninsula in the Bay Area in Belmont, and it was called Windy City Pizza, and we ran that for a number of years. Decided to sell that and move on to different things, and one thing led to another, got me back up here. We were in Sacramento now, and got me back into the food business by getting into the sandwich shop. In between there, I did a number of things. Before the sandwich shop, I ran a pool service, swimming pool service, and it was fun building the business. But once I built it, I realized I really wasn't enjoying what I was doing.
Sure.
So with that, we got into the sandwich shop and got into the food business, and I've been doing it for 14 years now.
Wow. So you're an entrepreneur at heart. You've been on this journey quite some time. So I'm sure you got it perfected by now.
Well, it's never perfected, but we're trying.
Right.
We kind of feel that you have to keep improving every day.
And if that's what it's all about, right? That's what it's all about. And I asked this question quite a bit because I bring restaurants on here and shops like yourself, and there's some people that haven't tried them. So I asked, like, if somebody were to drop someone out of a parachute and they landed in your Dugout Deli shop, what would be the one meal you guys are known for that is just like mouth-watering and amazing that someone should try?
Wow. Okay. Well, it depends on the day of the week. We do barbecue tri-tip that has a real great reputation. We've been doing it for like 9 years now. But to try to create a buzz, we don't offer it every day. We only offered it a couple days a week. It got real popular, so that increased to 3 days a week. And so if it's one of those days where we're barbecuing tri-tip fresh, that's the thing to do. If not, our signature sandwich is a chicken, jack cheese, bacon, and avocado sandwich. So that's kind of definitely a good strong go-to if it's one of the other days, that's for sure.
My mouth is salivating right now. That tri-tip and the sandwich sounds amazing.
Yeah, the tri-tip actually was a recipe that was given to us by one of our distributor salesmen, and it just took off. We tried it it just as a hunch, just to try to pick up sales one day, and
sure,
it was just a hit. And we've been doing it, 3 days a week ever since.
What are those days?
It's Tuesday, Thursday, Friday.
Wow, I'm gonna have to. I'm taking you up on that, especially when this Corona goes out. I'm all about that. That sounds good.
Sure.
So the Dugout Deli, tell me a little bit. You got a ton of memorabilia in there. You got all sorts of great things in there. Is there one piece in there that you really like is a special piece to you?
Wow, there's a lot of special pieces. What happened, Ronnie, when we first started the business, I was part of the Mr. Pickles franchise.
Sure.
And after a number of years, the recession was in, the housing crisis was in full bloom then. So with rising franchise fees and so forth, we decided to drop the franchise and go independent. And when we did that, we kind of had some decorations, some memorabilia on the wall, and we got broken into when we got robbed.
Sure.
And for a month or so, our walls were pretty bare because all they did was they broke in and they stole all the memorabilia. And really, well, it wasn't worth anything. They were just, copies of pictures and so forth. But I guess they didn't know what they were getting. But with that, our customers felt, kind of came in, kind of saw what happened, and they all started just bringing things. So now we have pictures of people's kids that were playing baseball, things that people brought out of their garage, things that they had laying around the house. And so there's, some of it, isn't necessarily worth anything in dollar wise, but just the way the community got behind us and kind of, voluntarily just brought things in. And it was just the other day, one of our customers called up and gave us an autographed Gaylord Perry jersey, which is really cool. And then he says, I got an extra jersey and I want to pay it forward. And I even suggested selling it on eBay because, it's a, Gaylord Perry's a Hall of Famer. And he said, no, I'd rather, it be displayed somewhere like that. So now we're going to find a spot on the wall for it.
Wow. As a big baseball fan, I'm all about that. That's cool, man. That's some big stuff. And I noticed you had a big, Will Clark picture on there. I'm a big fan of Will Clark.
Will Clark was the best, man. He was my favorite player. And one of our customers brought that in. It looks like it's a hand-drawn sketch of him, and then they have all these baseball cards of him around as a frame. That one's pretty special and that customer who brought that one, she's actually passed away since then. So so that one kind of holds a special place for us.
Sure. Yeah. So we were talking a little bit off camera, and you were telling me about your takeout and your curbside stuff. Give me a little information on that, how that's all working out. And I appreciate you doing that for the community. Everybody needs to eat right now, man.
Yeah. Well, as a sandwich shop, we do a lot of takeout in general. A lot of people that are coming in or have half-hour lunch breaks, and so they're grabbing it to go and taking it back to work. So we do a lot of that anyway. Just our dine-in business is just not there now. So, but back in the recession, when we got out of the Mr. Pickles franchise, one thing we did was we added delivery because the Pickles franchise was against you delivering sandwiches. So we needed to do whatever we could to stay afloat. We added delivery, and we actually got pretty good at it now. So with that, when we add, with this pandemic coming up, it didn't really cause a big hiccup in our game, other than that business is just slower. Right. We're still delivering, we're still doing takeout. People call in and place orders. We actually added online service before the pandemic hit. So we kind of got the kinks worked out of that as well. So we're doing online orders now as well. So it's working out well for us.
You were built for this, man. You were built for this.
When you got to bob and weave,
that's it.
When someone throws a curveball at you, you got to kind of dig in there and, stay in with it, and play with it, You just got to do what you got to do to stay afloat.
I agree with you. So, all right. So my main goal here is to get you guys known, and more known, and I want people to try that delicious tri-tip, and I want us to support local businesses right now because it's very, very important to me. Give me your address where someone can find you, an email, a phone number. How can somebody get your services?
Okay, well, we're located in the Arden Arcade area. We're at 2552 Cottage Way, and it's on the corner of Cottage and Fulton Avenue. It's across from the Jaguar dealership. That's one of the bigger landmarks in the same strip mall as the O'Reilly Auto Parts, but we're kind of tucked back. So you definitely have to kind of, look for us. Yeah, our phone number is area code 916-486-8766. And our website address is dugout-deli.com. And on there's a button where you can hit and click online orders. You can pay online. We also deliver. The delivery fee is very minimal. It's $1. And that's basically just to take care of our driver, make sure that he has enough, he's not paying for his own gas. And, we'll bring it to you for that.
Impressive. Well, man, I appreciate you. I really do. And I hope this helps you out. And I hope this whole community jumps behind this. I really do.
No, Ronnie, I really appreciate you doing this for us. I mean, anything anybody can do for us at this point, and any of the small businesses, they're all hurting. So Absolutely. We're all about the small business as well. And, me and my wife are kind of, deciding, okay, what are we doing tonight? And we're trying to eat out as often as we can, which is not something we always do, but we're doing it now. Because we understand people are struggling. And, you know, there's a lot of people that are, that are going to feel this. So, you know, anything that people can do for each other is really appreciated.
Mark, I appreciate you, man. Thank you.
Thank you, Ronnie.
You have a good one. And as
too.
always, have the best day of your life, and adios.